Claude or ChatGPT? Which AI should you choose as a fitness coach to manage programs, emails, appointments, and content for your coaching business? Well, let me answer that for you in this video. I'm Theo, co-founder of the Ekklo app. We help thousands of fitness coaches worldwide manage their business in one place. Workout plans, nutrition, tracking, assessments, and scheduling, all in one app for coaches and clients. Currently, the top-rated platform on the French market. And before we dive into the heart of the matter, you need to understand one thing. AI will never replace you as a coach. And it's vital to understand this, because if clients come to see you now, it's not just for a workout program or a meal plan. What they really want is true guidance. They want to feel supported. They want you to address their fears, all to help them reach their goals. However, here's the real point. The coach who truly knows how to use AI will get a massive head start over those who don't. Just tell yourself it's not AI against you, but it's you and AI against the other coaches. It'll be much easier to think of it that way. First off, you have to realize that Claude is no longer the underdog and ChatGPT the giant. Those days are over. 6 months or a year ago, that was somewhat true. Now that Claude has well surpassed ChatGPT in terms of features and reasoning, Claude totally outperforms it, and even other AIs like Gemini and so on. For example, let's look at a stat. Claude, in early 2026, overtook OpenAI in terms of revenue. It's valued today at around $1 trillion, ahead of ChatGPT. And companies like Netflix or Spotify run their entire product directly on Claude. Why am I saying this? Because ChatGPT was the first truly famous AI available to everyone. Which is why now, whenever we want to ask a question, we go straight to ChatGPT, but that's a bad habit. At least if you have a more complex thought process and really need in-depth research, Claude is better. Now, the real question isn't who's more famous, but rather which AI can truly change the way I coach every week. What's the number one reason? It's the quality of the writing. And the test is super simple. Take a prompt, put it into Claude and ChatGPT, and see the result. Claude will be much better at creating YouTube videos or Instagram reels, giving you that natural flow and sounding like a human. Whereas ChatGPT, with a generic prompt, will often give you the same reels we see on loop on every fitness coach's Instagram. Because, yeah, most fitness coaches don't bother. They ask for a reel on, say, blood sugar, weight loss, or body fat. The AI generates it, they copy-paste it, and post it. The benefit of Claude is maximizing the personalization of your reels to stand out and reach your niche more easily. Because, yeah, just imagine that everything you do can be personalized and very different from what the competition does on Instagram, like your emails, posts, carousels, reels, and stories. Everything can be customized to fit you, your clients, and your coaching style. Feedback from other coaches using Claude for copywriting is only the start. You send a ready-made prompt, but there's something even better, your personal style. You give Claude 3 examples you wrote yourself: an Instagram post, a carousel, an email, a voice note, a text message, whatever. It will learn your voice, learn the way you write, and the way you work. And for the coming weeks and for the coming months, it will be able to adapt everything based on your own style. Reason number 2 is skills. This allows every fitness coach to save a skill inside of Claude to reuse them more easily. Let me give you the simplest possible example. Imagine that every week you build a client's program using the same basic framework. The goal is, instead of recreating the same warm-ups, sets, and weights every time, you create a skill that can save your way of working. And then, once this skill, this competency, is saved in your database, you can simply tell Claude, make me the weekly program for Thursday. And what's the best part? It's that Claude will know how you work because you'll have a skill that's in its database. So you don't have to, as a coach, send a prompt with what you want to have, the weights, the reps, the tempo, and so on. It has understood how you work. And of course, for skills, you can create as many as you want. You can create a skill for sending emails, Instagram prospecting, or content. You can do many things to save a maximum amount of time in the coming weeks and months, avoiding the need to re-explain the whole context to the AI. Keep in mind that by giving skills to your AI, you're training it to understand how you actually work. If you're also interested in skills, I'm going to create a video dedicated solely to skills on how to create a skill as a fitness coach to save as much time as possible in the coming weeks and months. And so to stay informed, don't hesitate to subscribe. The third reason, and hang on here because we've seen quite a few posts go by these last 6 months, is Claude Cowork. Concretely, what is Claude Cowork? You'll be able to ask your Claude to take control of your computer to work in your place to perform very complex tasks or even very time-consuming tasks. Concretely, how does it work? You open Claude, you go into Claude Cowork, you tell it what to do. For example, analyze all the emails I received this week and give me a recap of the ones that are actually important. Once that's done, you save, you send it, and then you can go work out or have a session with your trainee. You come back and 20 minutes later, it's done. You'll have the full email recap that was created by Claude Cowork directly on your PC. And that is a tool that is just incredible. Imagine yourself every week asking your Claude cowork to do your tasks for you. For example, to write the content creation every time, to make a recap of all the exchanges you had with your client on your coaching app, organize your schedule with your appointments, tidy your files. In short, the annoying and repetitive stuff that we don't want to do. There, you can ask Claude to do it to save as much time as possible. And the advantage of Claude here is that even if you know nothing about AI or PCs, you just have to talk to it normally, as if you were sending a text to a client. Same principle. Reason number 4, projects. But you should know that everything I just showed you wouldn't last even a single second if Claude hadn't created projects. So, how exactly does it work? You go to Claude and create a folder that serves as permanent memory, for example, for online coaching, and you put in there just once who you are, how you coach, your method, your profile, and the types of clients you work with. And with every new conversation in this folder, Claude already has everything right there. You won't waste 10 minutes re-explaining everything to Claude anymore, it will do it for you in the tool. And what I advise you to do right now after the video is to create a folder for each client, or at least one folder per type of client. For example, you create a muscle gain folder, a weight loss folder, fat loss, whatever. That way, every time you get a client, the AI will know what to set up as you go. Tips, ideas. It'll be really interesting. And of course, it doesn't just work for coaching, it also works for all educational content, business, billing, payments. Everything is possible, and it's a great asset for you. Now that we've talked about Claude and its benefits, not everything in ChatGPT is worth it in 2026. ChatGPT has something that Claude doesn't have for now, and that's images. Image creation by ChatGPT is a major tool for coaches in 2026. You can create images, for example, for a recipe, for a YouTube thumbnail, for an Instagram thumbnail. You can do a lot with images via ChatGPT. So for me, the ideal combo is to keep both. Each AI has its own pros and cons. Claude for writing, organizing, and managing your tracking and content. And ChatGPT will be more for image creation and everything like descriptions and thumbnails for YouTube or Instagram videos. Which AI to choose? Because wait, right now I'm suggesting Claude and ChatGPT AIs where every time you have to ask it and rewrite everything by hand on your app or by email. There's something incredibly cool on Claude, and that's the connectors. With Claude, it can connect with all emails, Google Calendar, and Drive. It can analyze everything without necessarily having to copy-paste and tell it what to look at. And that's why, to go even further in this field, on Ekklo, our coaching app, we've linked Claude and ChatGPT to go even further. Which means that currently, when you've created a workout program, a recipe, a meal plan, you have to copy everything by hand into a coaching app. Which isn't exactly fun, knowing that what we want is to optimize our time. Hence the fact of connecting Claude to ChatGPT. How does it work? From your Claude, you can, for example, ask the AI to create a workout program, create recipes, analyze assessments or sessions. And what Claude will do is, since it will have direct access to your account, it can much more easily analyze the data and especially integrate all the workout programs you asked for into the Ekklo app. So it works for creating programs, creating meal plans, but it also works if you currently have a coaching app that's not great or buggy, or if you're on Excel or PDF and want to switch. We have the exact solution to transfer all your programs, your assessments, and your client data directly to Ekklo. It'll take you 5 minutes and you'll be set for life. And of course, no need for a paid Claude or even a paid ChatGPT. The free version works just fine. How to test without any risk? If you're convinced to use Claude right now, above all, don't cancel your ChatGPT subscription. You can discover Claude for free to see how it fits you, already create your first skills, create your first projects to save as much time as possible. Of course, a subscription will be much simpler for you at 15 euros. You'll be able to save a massive amount of time in terms of productivity. So what I advise you is to try both and see which AI is the most relevant based on your coaching. And of course, if you want to go even further, sync Ekklo directly to the AIs to save as much time as possible. And as soon as you've found the AI that fully meets your needs, you connect it to Ekklo to go even faster with program creation and your client files. So that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. To thank you for staying until the end, I've prepared a library of prompts designed specifically for you, fitness coaches, for your business. Featuring all the prompts I've been testing for weeks and weeks. It's free and it's in the description. And if you like the video, feel free to leave a comment, a like, and to subscribe. We make a video every 2 weeks to help you coaches grow your business online and in person and to get as many clients as possible. And we'll see you in the next video, which is going to be all about skills. Ciao.